Imagine taking on a grueling roguelike gauntlet designed for an entire army, yet you only bring a single soldier. In Limbus Company, the Mirror Dungeon Extreme is a brutal gauntlet meant for a full synergistic squad of 12 sinners. I decided to tackle it entirely alone. To make matters worse, I chose Edgar Ishmael. If top-tier characters like Index E Song are the shining sun, this specific identity is whatever you might scrape off the pavement. Over the course of 4 agonizing hours, I pushed this absolute bottom-tier character to the limit. Here is exactly how I survived the impossible. Before we jump into the first floor, I want to take a moment to say a massive thank you to all who are new to the channel. I honestly did not expect my recent Result video to blow up the way it did. I had no idea people would enjoy this style of commentary so much, and your support means the world to me. You might notice that everything here is pretty standard for all the support passes. You saw them for defense level up, healing, slash damage, haste, Result for protection, bleed, honestly, Rodian for also more bleed protection, gambling, healing, blunt damage. But we now have Una Faust, so that means we now have Lone Fixer for Maruna. Anyways, let's get straight into the run. I've yapped for long enough. But as I want to say, I'm really thankful for all the support over these past couple of videos. I started only really posting more on my channel 3 months ago, so hitting 1,000 subs in this time is a very nice thing, and I'm very privileged to have the opportunity to do this. But anyways, we're taking Blessing because Blessing is good and it just gives us protection and also resistances. We're also just going to take the membership card for easy econ as well as the music box so that we don't have to go through Dredges of the Manor. I've actually never seen the Butler Ishmael animations, so this run is gonna be a treat. I guess I probably could start with Grey Coat at the beginning, but I feel like there's a very high chance that we're just gonna get it from a vet or a shop, and it just feels like a waste, especially since we're going into Unloving first. Oh yeah, right. Also, the purple coin video, I'm pretty sure I called Luna like 10 times because of Marvel Rivals. That was pretty funny. That's on me, that's my bad. Normally I don't do live commentary videos like this because I am pretty insecure about my own voice and I do tend to stutter and pause a lot. So that's why I do voiceovers. That's why I'm also kind of iffy about streaming because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what I'm gonna say half the time. I guess I'll take this time to tell you guys more about me. I used to be a collegiate Overwatch player. I also used to I also play a lot of Marvel Rivals nowadays, but those are kind of my casual games. If you look at my previous channel history, you'll see a lot of montages. Sometimes I also used to, what's it called? I tried to also do Marvel Rivals content, but it seems that's just a little bit too oversaturated. And honestly, I don't think my content was very good. I think I was still learning at the time. If you guys are still interested in that, I will do it, but I'm not gonna lie, I've just not been feeling the Marvel Rivals content recently, so that's why I've just been pumping out Limbus. I do have some other variety content in the works, but I'm not sure how well that's gonna do. I'm just gonna post it and see how it does. But yeah, for the Result video, I actually expected it to do a lot worse than it did because I put a lot of effort into it, but I was not satisfied with it at the end of the day. I felt like a lot of things could be better. There's a lot of like interpolation issues because I had it at 1080p at the beginning and then I upscaled it, but then that caused a lot of issues. There's a problem with putting too many clips in a row in DaVinci Resolve where it kind of just like lags your whole timeline. So I had that problem with my Result video as well, so then I couldn't really watch the video until I fully rendered it, but then that took like an hour and a half, and then by the time I posted and people already commented, like I didn't, what's it called, I could have reposted it, but I felt like that would have been annoying to a lot of people, so I didn't do that. Okay, here in the shop, we're probably gonna get Unloving Sorry, we're probably gonna get frozen cries guaranteed, no matter what. So we're just looking for either stuff more damage or stuff for more survivability. This is good survivability for bleed. Once we do apply bleed to enemies, so we can chill with that for now. This is very good for poise gen in general. It's good for E.G.O resource gen. I don't think we'll be in that much of a rush to get healing because there's not really too much we need to look out for here. All right, let's probably just do our fusion real quick just to get the fusion out of the way. What I like to fuse immediately is normally the sinking compass because it helps a lot in clashing. But what I can do here is I can just fuse some poise thing because it also should help a lot. We're fusing here just because we have the grace that gives us one free EU gift one tier below. We'll do upgrades if we can't find anything here. Let's look for some poise gifts. I saw the Mersault and I'm just like, oh, I need this skill 3. I mean, this is probably fine. We can just do all the poise here. And then we'll just enhance some stuff and then call it a day. Enhance this. Because I want to get the super shop next floor. It's probably good as well. I think Grandeur is also good at this time. So I think this gives us more sinking at the start, and then the rest just gives us more poise. This gives them offense level. This gives me offense level. So that'll be nice. 99% we take that. Save the rest for next floor. There shouldn't be anything too crazy in the first floor here. Also just okay at this game. I don't think I'm that good in Limbus, but I do enjoy doing these Mirror Dungeon Extreme runs. That's why I'm doing them and posting them for you guys to share. If this, what's it called? If this video does well as well, I'll probably like start pumping out a lot more live commentary content, but this is an experiment. I don't know how well this can do. For all I know, this could completely flop, but I'm down for it to flop because I'll learn from it. I'm taking the E.G.O resources just to activate my support passives, Frozen Cries, because that's the special thing from this. I'll also take the Garroting Skulls here, just because these two aren't really too relevant for mounting trials in particular. For this, we're just looking for Hell's Chicken. Hell's Chicken is Hell's Chicken. We can guarantee Grey Coat as well here. It would have been nice to be able to guarantee Sharp Needle and stuff, but it is what it is. Carmilla's nice, Golden Urn's nice, but I really want the Sharp Needle and Thread. I'll take Carmilla just for the for full stop later. What am I looking for here, right? Let's do a Sharp Needle and Thread real quick, please, because we got Tango Marinade. Please, I need it. It's just sinking because we'll have less sinking. There is low graph there, but I don't want to take it. We'll fuse for now. We can fuse the Wound Cleric too. Hopefully get clear water here. Damn, not clear water. Damn. Well, we don't have Sharp Needle. We could definitely try and cope though. Might be a little bit too cope. I would just we can sell that later, I think. Okay, this is just not happening, I guess. No Sharp Needle for me. I should have actually rolled for Bleed, because I might have been able to get the other one. I'll take Eclipse Moth. So, like, budget Sharp Needle. We can do that later. We're not in a rush right now. Nope. We're not taking this just because we need 5 people. Damn, this is just a tragedy. I'll just take this for E.G.O resources. Call it a day. I have no Sharp Needle. Hopefully we can get at the end of the floor, but I doubt it. It's gonna be a bit hard. I should have taken the Golden Urn there. We want to block the second one because that's the one that paralyzes and actually does damage. The reason why I chose Edgar Ishmael for this one is because I remember someone in the comments asking for this. And I remember I said yes or something like that. So I'm just gonna do it because I haven't really played around with this ID much and I thought it'd be fun. Health chicken done. Let's just put the full stops in the bag. Yeah, Mersault, you got this. Grab your gun. Oh, he didn't want it. He didn't want it. You know? For shop here, what am I looking? We're looking for Dark Flame and Gear Shrapnel. Everything else is a bonus. Let's get that Dark Flame first so we don't... I said let's get that Dark Flame first so we can... Well, we got the Equalizer, haha. Do we have Pride? We don't have Pride. Do normal refreshes, anything? Really? Not even Gear Shrapnel? That is crazy. I'll refresh Poise. Maybe I can get Gear Shrapnel at least. I want to double upgrade Carmilla here just to make this easier, less RNG. Please just give me the Dark Flame here. It's fine. We'll tank the mounting trial. We'll tank the mounting trial indeed. Damn. That is not the best. I'll do skill 3 here. Just one more roll. Just one more roll. Oh, we got nothing too crazy. Either way, I think we should still fuse for something. Let's fuse for clear water here for more damage. Okay, we're just not gonna get that. I think let's just sell this. Just sell this. I don't think we even have Pierce nor RE Tech Lib Alliance. We can take this for more damage. I mean, let's just put the Horizon bag here. That should be good enough. I want to save the rest. Surely Carmilla got me, right? Yep, Carmilla got me. Let's go. Unfortunately, all the early floors are a bit samey because there's only really a few early floors that you can take. There's the Lion's Mane one, Unloving, Manor Box, and I think that's about it. You could take Factory, but like, why? Unloving's just easier, and you can't really use the shoes that you get from Factory in another run. Full Stop is just so good because you get the Dark Flame Pipe. It is a bit samey at times, but the E.G.O gifts that you get from floors 1 to 10 do add up incrementally over time, as well as the mounting trial. So as long as you don't absolutely grief with your mounting trials, you should be able to clear most mirror dungeon runs. So far, Edgar Ishmael pretty strong. Honestly, I was debating between this, Sloshing, and base Ishmael, but I looked on YouTube and there were quite a lot of videos on those, but not that much for Edgar Family Ishmael, so we're doing Edgar Ishmael today. I wish Project Moon added more variety of unique E.G.O gifts to their earlier floors, so we're not just always taking Full Stop, Tells Chicken, and also Unloving. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? This season sharding video, I'm thinking of doing something along the lines of, instead of grouping it by, like, what's it called? Instead of doing like a tier list like most people do, I'm gonna maybe just do it based on the amount of shards people have. So like if people have, what's it called? Have enough shards for like one ID, I'll do this. Oh, what's the best generalist ID? Oh, if you already have that, so you can do this or this. You know, I was thinking of something along the lines there. I'm not too sure of how I want to do it, or if people actually want the end of season sharding video in the first place, because there are other videos already released, especially ones by Boo Boo Cows and some other people that I can't name off the top of my head. I'll just take Age of Despair. Wait. I think I chose the wrong one. I think I chose the wrong pack. I chose the wrong pack. This is the wrong pack. I mistook this for Neon of Violet. Oh, it's fine. We'll just put the Short Sharpened with Tears in the bag. We'll do this. Where's we'll also take Non-Disclosure because that's kind of rare. Short Sharpened with Tears, please. Please. Let's take all these. Swipe the pool. Sure, more damage. I don't think I have enough damage to burst through. Now, in this run, I made a mistake. I don't normally take this pack because all the other Walpurgis packs are just better, and this takes up a floor 3 and 4 slot that could be used for full stopped or the other Walpurgis packs. The other pack that I was actually looking for was the Violet of Dawn pack, which gives us a lot of sinking gifts that would have been very helpful in this run. But that's whatever, it is what it is. Let's get on with the video. Oh, my ego corroded. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot I had this. Well, I guess we're watching Title Elegy. I forgot to take this off. That's on me. This is no longer egoless. This does so much damage though. Like, I did not play this well at all, by the way. Do not be mistaken. I am terrible. It's fine. I'm getting carried by my ID. It's just these two. Trauma shield's not worth brutality. Just put the heartbreaking in the bag. Okay. See if I can find anything here. If I can just find it here, that'll be great. Please. Please. Refraction glass pod. No. Oh, I re-roll. I am so stupid. Oh. I'm not meant for these live commentaries. I am just built worse, unfortunately. I am indeed just built worse. Holy shit. I think we can actually keep that. Give me another reroll. Take them all posts. I'm gonna need all this cost. This is why I always take the cost reduction one. It's because I'm just dumb. I'm just absolutely stupid. Give me that. I think we're gonna have to fuse for it. We can call it a day. Just take this for later. Take the regs. Yeah. I made 2 huge mistakes already. Honestly, all of this still feels a bit surreal to me, just having an audience to talk to. I'll have you guys know that I read basically every comment that you guys comment on my videos. See what works and see what doesn't work for my videos. We could do Mnestic. What does this give me again? Slash? Slash is nice. Slash is really nice. This is actually very nice. Aqua Bond. Speed difference. Yeah, we take it. It's pretty decent for us. Put this in the bag here. Can I pass this? No, I don't think so. My greed is sickening, like absolutely baffling. Okay, we can't get the tassel here. I'm mainly just looking for slash. Maybe the Aqua Bond. So let's just take this. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the hearts for sure. We got the cane sword. I mean, I could just take the ancient effigy and call it a day. What are my clear rewards? I really do want this disc though. There we go, got the disc. Can get resolution. There we go, Aqua Bond. Yes. Okay, we got everything we needed. And we didn't have to leave early. Thank Christ. Bro, just in the bag. I mean, you know, if they both hit, then it's fine, right? Haha. All right, counter. Hopefully we can evade. Honestly, just clash them all at this point. I don't think this will be hard. This will just be long, unless she can stack like 10,000 blade on me, which should be fine, honestly. Okay, give me this manacle, and actually I could have done the gourd bottle. Oh, whatever. We can just do madness here. Okay, snake trough there. We have line 2 here, but we're not going to pick it because it does not have Bridle guaranteed. We're going to take To Claim Your Bones here. This pack is a very good pack because it gives us both slashing, poise, and survivability E.G.O gifts. Hey, we take this. Thank you, Don Quixote. Flash power up. I believe Don Quixote. Oh, we're so I'm so bad. Okay, red tassel gotten. Boys, please. There we go. We got the broken blade. Do more. It's really nice because broken blade gives us additional just pride damage. So it's like additional like 30 damage per hit. We can actually guarantee Liquor Cup. Hopefully it's on a good roll. If it isn't, then it's not the end of the world, but it'd be very nice to have considering I am thinking of not going to the Christmas pack. This boss fight might actually be pretty bad if I didn't have an invade because he actually gets more damage because of sinking, because he has negative coins. He actually wants to be negative. Only way we die here is if we get like one shot in one turn, which should be pretty hard to do. Let's hope we can get the Bridle pack here, guaranteed. If we can't, might be cooked. Okay, see, ideally Hardwood Liquor Cup would be on one of these instead of final power up 5. But I'm good. I'm gonna take it anyways here. And then I'll take the Resilient instead. But ideally, you take both Growth and Resilient, but I think I'm strong enough to take one final power up here. I think I should do Egg first. Let's just get the Egg out of the way, and then we can choose between either Christmas Bucket or Bridle. There we go, Unhatched Embers. Got from searching here. This should just be easy. I have Carmilla and I'm pretty strong right now. We can pretty much just win right through all of these. Technically, what I can do is I can actually take line 3 on floor 11 to fit in both Bridle and the Christmas pack, but I want to take other extreme packs instead, so we're just gonna take it here. Even as a maid, Ishmael is facing her demons here. There's no escape from the white whale, the big one. Luckily, with our damage ramp, everyone that we clash with should just die in one. I think this run would be a lot smoother if I didn't make 2 blunders immediately. Pack selection, but it is what it is. We have line 2, but it doesn't have Bridle. So we're gonna reroll that. We have line 2 again, but it doesn't have Bridle, so we're gonna reroll that. Line 2 again, still no Bridle, so we're gonna reroll that. Line 2, this time with Bridle and Metronome guaranteed, so we're just gonna take that. We're gonna get the Whetstone here for the fusion, or the Bamboo-Headed Kim fusion, because we took Mnestic experience as well. It's nice because we just get offensive we get even more, and we get a bunch of damage. This is trying to get the dueling manual, which is very good for dodging, for evading in general. Let's enhance this. Use final power here. We do want to enhance this so it actually applies to the first unit, and it just gives us more damage. And I think it also makes us take less damage. 2 power down with enemies 50% less. That's very nice to have. Signpost is actually just the easiest line boss of them all because you kind of just hit the head. It kind of can't really do much against you in Mirror Dungeon. I don't think I've ever wiped this guy unless I was using a Wrath identity. Okay, please just... This is fine. So it's actually the best thing that we want to take, and ideally the Ruptured Sack one, but we can also take an extra no, but I don't think it's worth it, so I'm just going to take the Ruptured Sack. Take the Shard, take all these adversities, Bridle, line. I mean, we could just take Bridle, call it a day. And then we can't take Bridle later. Well, let's just take Bridle. Let's just do Bridle. I feel like doing Bridle. Alright, we're just quick. Part of the reason why most identities work in Mirror Dungeon is because of evaded. Okay, we evaded that, but one evade start down hurt. Like, there's really not much here. Like, over here, Hurtley can't even hurt us, so we're not even evade him. We can just win right this, because the other staggered. It's also floor 11, so it should be easy. Hurtley, second health bar should go here. Now we're kind of just beating them up until we get the prompt. I'm gonna not do the unopposed and just do the dodge to save time. I'm not sure what causes the event to pop up. I'm pretty sure it's either dealing enough damage or enough turns, but either way, flashing won't really hurt anything other than time. Okay, that's Hurty's third life. There we go. Coming back. Factory. We're gonna invest the factory. Just gotta stall a turn. Yeah. There's actually a bug where they would actually, like, die before the factory. Like, you just see, like, a dead body. Oh, the bug's still in the game. He just died of Fringe before the factory. It's the bug right here. He's not supposed to die before we shut down the factory. Just gotta say no, we don't. And this guy is just gonna get fucked. There we go. For Centipede, always head. Really nothing else head. Gives a self-charge. Stake as a shield exhausted. Yep, he gets staggered next turn. We'll hit the head here. Okay, the head's broken. There might be a world where Shock Centipede dies. Yep, he just dies. He's not tanky. Okay, I'm just gonna wail at Buddha here. I think Buddha should just die, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll just put like a fade. It's here, and then that should take her from us. Buddha. Bridle was easy, but floor 12 is where the run almost died entirely. The node was code purple. I went in expecting a standard late game challenge, but I had no idea that the single encounter would be harder than floors 13, 14, and 15 combined. Because this was an unfocused encounter, I lost all control. I could not redirect attacks and I could not evade everything. Turn 1 was a guaranteed disaster every time. I lost every single clash on the very first turn. Not only that, but the sheer volume of incoming attacks meant that my passive Embers kept triggering instantly. Embers is essentially my second life. Having it popped immediately meant turn 2 was a death sentence. I simply did not have enough skills to clash with all their attacks. I was bashing my head against a solid brick wall. The game demanded a solution I did not have. I realized that my only way out was pure AoE damage. I had to rely on my only AoE E.G.O, Title Elegy, alongside Durante at the end to somehow pull through. There was a massive problem with this plan though. Corroded Title Elegy clashed horribly and targeted randomly. The fight basically devolved into pure game of skill RNG. To win, I needed the right skills on the dashboard, I needed the E.G.O to target the exact right enemies to mitigate damage, and I needed to win clashes I had absolutely no business winning. Attempt after attempt ended in failure. Wrong target? Reset. Lost a clash by 1 point? Reset. Embers popped too early? Reset. I spent hours trapped in this one single encounter. It felt entirely hopeless. The math simply did not want to work in my favor. Then, the stars finally aligned. The skill RNG gave me exactly what I needed. Title Elegy picked the perfect targets. We survived turn 1 with just enough health to keep Embers intact. We cleared the board on turn 2. Breaking through that wall was the most cathartic feeling of the entire 4-hour recording. The rest of the dungeon felt like a victory lap compared to the absolute nightmare of Code Purple. Damn, they had hands. I also need to issue a quick apology regarding my recent purple coin video. I completely forgot about Muga Ryoshu and her coins. Sinclair was actually the first sinner to have green coins, and the Roach Emperor was actually the first enemy to use them. I definitely should have done more research and clarified those details. I originally intended for it to be a fun theory crafting video, and I appreciate you all holding me accountable. There's plenty more content on the way to make up for it though. You can look forward to end of the season sharding video coming up soon, along with a Chef Gregor's solo run. I also want to give a special shout out Don Quixote Hated for being the only person to respond to my community post with a relevant comment. They asked me about my favorites, and my favorite center out of the 13 definitely has to be Yi-Song, with Mersault being a close second. Gregor and Ishmael are also very up there. For those curious, here are my absolute favorite identities for each center. For Yi-Song, it's Solemn Lament. For Faust, it's Grip. For Dawn, it's Blood Fiend. Solitude Ryoshu. Thumb Mersault, Full Stop Hong Lu, Ricardo Heathcliff, Zhang Ishmael, Lou Rodion, Dante, Philip Sinclair, Ujet Otis, and Salvador Gregor. Although Embers procced the first turn, compared to floor 12, floor 13 was a breeze. Unlike the dudes in Code Purple, Crabs and C were all in focused encounter. That means that I can just evade all their attacks that are hitting me. This made this so much easier. I don't think I even used an E.G.O once, and since I already used both my Tarantes for the Code Purple, the Crabs were no match for the might of Edgar Ishmael and her restraining technique. Right, but for real though, because of that bamboo cup that we got earlier that gave them +2 final power, most of these clashes that we had in the Crabs were neutral or barely favored, even with all the debuffs on them. So I was gambling a lot of the time that I would win at least one clash so I could heal to full HP with Grey Coat, or that the Crabs would hit each other, which they did quite often. I think this run is a good example of what could go wrong in a run if you choose something wrong, but how E.G.O gifts and Durante as a whole can make up for it. And if using E.G.O gifts and Durante makes me a fraud, so be it, bro. It is what it is. That is floor 13 done. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna combine both floor 14 and 15 because it just involves me beating up the 2 hidden bosses of last mirror dungeon and just abusing the invade over and over. So what you see here on screen is basically all there was for floor 14 and 15. I would evade all of their red attacks and then just start beating the pulp out of them with restraining technique. And unlike the hidden bosses of this mirror dungeon, the Nurse Fathers, the hidden bosses of the last mirror dungeon were so easy, in fact, that you just always took them no matter what floor they were on because you just got free E.G.O gifts. It was no wonder that they got swapped out for all of the Nurse Father. And yeah, as you can see here, I'm kind of just completely pummeling both of these bosses. And with that, that's Mirror Dungeon Extreme 60 Adversity Solo with Edgar Ishmael. Now this video was a bit more of an experimentation than the last ones, but if you like what you see here, please please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll keep doing more of these. You guys are the reason why I do these kind of videos, and I'll link the raw footage down in the description as well for the people that are interested. But I would really appreciate feedback, so let me know what you guys think.